Now we'll discuss the central pathway. Now when you will see the central pathway of auditory impulses, it starts from the cochlear nuclei. It starts from the cochlear nuclei. Now when you will see the overall pathway, you are having the first order, second order, third order and sometimes fourth order neurons in this pathway. Now the first order neurons are present into the cochlear ganglia. Now this cochlear ganglia is also known as spiral ganglia, and this spiral ganglia is present into the cochlea. But the unusual thing about this cochlear ganglia, that generally when we will have the ganglia, we are having the collection of neuronal cells head. But here we are having the thick bony area here, which is known as modulus, and inside this modulus we are having the small gaps, and these gaps are the bubble like gaps. These are the bubble like gaps, and in these gaps we will have the collection of, we will have the individual nerve head of those neurons. So in this cochlear ganglia, what is unusual? The unusual thing is that it is not a collection of neuronal head at one place. It is actually the scattered neuronal heads, and these scattered neuronal heads are present into the bubble like spaces into this bony part of this cochlea. So this is act as a first order neuron. Now these first order neuron give the central process, and these central process will form the cochlear nerve, and this cochlear nerve enters into the cranial cavity through the internal acoustic meatus. Now the second order neuron is cochlear nuclei neuron. Now this cochlear nuclei is present into the pons lower part, which are ventral and dorsal. Ventral and dorsal. Now the ventral nuclei is larger in size. They are larger in size, and these are the main nuclei. The dorsal nuclei is smaller in size. Then you will have the third order neurons, and these third order neuron arises from the superior olivary complex. Superior olivary complex. So the neurons which are present into the olivary complex will synapse the neurons of the cochlear nuclei, and they will give rise to the third order neuron. Now these third order neuron will go to the auditory cortex. They will go to the auditory cortex. Now what is the fourth order neuron? Now these fourth order neurons arises from the nuclei of lateral lemniscus. Nuclei of lateral lemniscus. Some of the neurons of superior olivary complex will go and synapse into the nuclei of lateral lemniscus, and then from here you will have the fibers projecting to the auditory cortex. So when we will see the pathway of this auditory impulses, we are having the first order neuron which are present in the cochlear ganglia or the spiral ganglia. Second order neurons are present into the cochlear nuclei, which is present into the pons lower part, and the third order neurons are present into the superior olivary complex. So these are the main important thing which you have to remember. Then what will happen, how this pathway will go? For that you have to remember first the name of the relay stations in the brain, and these structures are mainly included the area of the pons, midbrain, thalamus and cerebral cortex. So what is these areas? Now these areas are in the pons. We are going to deal with the cochlear nuclei, which are ventral and dorsal. Then as it will ascend into the upper pons and the midbrain, you have the lateral lemniscus and you will have the olivary complex, superior olivary complex. So these are the two things. Then you will have inferior colliculus, which is a very important component of the midbrain. Then you will have, it will go to the medial geniculate body, which is the part of the thalamus, and from here it will ultimately reach to the auditory cortex. So how to keep this thing in mind? So for that we have a mnemonic, and that is known as E. coli. E. coli is actually a organism, bacteria, which is present into the stomach, and iske you have the suffix ma, E. coli ma. So what is the full form of this? E is start from the 8th cranial nerve nuclei, 8th cranial nerve ganglia. Then you will have the cochlear ganglia, cochlear nuclei. Then you will have superior olivary. So C stand for this cochlear nuclei, O stand for the superior olivary complex, L stand for the lateral lemniscus, I stand for the inferior colliculus, M stand for the medial geniculate body, and A stand for the auditory cortex. So to keep the sequence, you have to remember that these are the part which is inside the brain stem. What are they? Cochlear nuclei, olivary complex, lateral lemniscus, and inferior colliculus. So these are the 4 components which you are going to see into the midbrain and the pons. So now we will discuss what are the important fibers, name of the important fibers. So what will happen, that you will have the cochlear nerve. Now this cochlear nerve is carrying the first order neuron. Those will relay into the cochlear nuclei. Now cochlear nuclei are 2, ventral and dorsal. Now these ventral nuclei give rise to a trapezoid body. It gives rise to the fibers. Those will form a structure is known as trapezoid body. You can also see this trapezoid body in this diagram. Now this diagram is showing, this is the ventral part of the pons where you are able to see the trapezoid body, and here on the posterior side you can see the ventral and dorsal cochlear nuclei. Now this trapezoid body is actually formed by the fibers. Those are arising from the ventral cochlear nuclei, and they will show the decussation. There is a decussation of these fibers. Now what will happen, that this is the fibers of, this is our cochlear ventral right side and the left side. Now the fibers, those are arising from the right will go to the left, from the left will go to the right, and they will go like this. And this area is known as trapezoid body, and these fibers are known as ventral acoustic stria. What is the actual name for this trapezoid body? Ventral acoustic stria. Ventral acoustic stria. Now what is ventral acoustic stria? Ventral acoustic stria means the fibers which are arising from the cochlear nuclei. These are representing the second order neurons, and they are showing the decussation into the ventral part of the pons, and this is known as trapezoid body. So this is formed by the ventral cochlear nuclei fibers. The fibers which are arising from the dorsal will form the dorsal acoustic stria, and these fibers are run along with the floor of fourth ventricle, and they will go to the opposite side and they will relay into the olivary complex. They will relay into the olivary complex. So where they will go? They will go to the olivary complex. Superior olivary complex. Now from this superior olivary complex, the fiber go to the lateral, form the bundle is known as lateral lemniscus, and in the lateral lemniscus itself, sometimes you have the collection of the neurons which are known as nuclei of lateral lemniscus, So some fibers will relay into that lateral lemniscus. Otherwise, the fibers from the olivary complex will go to the inferior colliculus. So these olivary complex fibers will work as a third order neuron. Now, from the inferior colliculus, the fibers will go to the medial geniculate body, and the bundle is now known as inferior brachium. That bundle of fibers from inferior colliculus to the medial geniculate body is known as inferior brachium, and from the medial geniculate body the fibers will go through the sublentiform part of internal capsule. These fibers will ultimately relay into the primary auditory cortex, and this primary auditory cortex is Brodmann's area number 41, that is present into the superior temporal gyrus deep to the lateral sulcus, and this is also known as the gyrus of Herschel. So that is what is about the primary auditory cortex, and it also connected with the secondary cortex, auditory cortex, area number 42. So what is the central pathway of the auditory impulses? That the first order neuron comes from the cochlear ganglia through the cochlear nerve, that will relay into the cochlear nuclei. From the cochlear nuclei we have the fibers, those will go into the olivary complex. From the olivary complex the fibers will go into the lateral lemnisci. From the lateral lemniscus it will end into the inferior colliculus. The fibers will reach to the medial geniculate body by the inferior brachium, and medial geniculate body will reach to the auditory cortex by the sublentiform part of internal capsule. So this is how you can write in the exam about the central part of the auditory pathway.